Pie auction. This year we're virtual. I am Deborah Heimsoth. I am the new auction chair this year, and I want to introduce you to our principal, Mrs. Jankowski.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We have a lot of really good pies, and Pastor Ada is going to be doing the auction for us. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what the auction does. The auction is funded by all our parents and friends and grandparents and just those that want to support Hope Lutheran. All the money that is fundraised during this auction, which is November 7th, helps with our art, our music, our technology, our PE, and our and just gives us a little bit of money that we could not do without. So the children at Hope Lutheran get these specials because we do fundraise for that. It also helps us with all the technology needs that we need at Hope. So hopefully you will be able to join us on November 7th. But right now we are starting our virtual pie auction, and this helps with the auction itself. So it gives us a little bit of seed money in order to make the auction great. I'd like to introduce you Pastor Ada, who is going to be talking about all the pies that we have. Thanks for being with us.
Just got finished sampling all the pies. They're really, really good. You know, if you find a finger hole in one of these, don't worry about it. I've washed my hands. We're all clean, okay? All right, so this is kind of weird for me. We do church online, and I do Sunday school online, but I've never really sold pies online. So if we could have smell-o-vision, this would be even so much better for you guys. But, you know, right now, all you can do is just look at these wonderful pies. And believe me, as I'm looking at these pies, I look at the cost and the price that you guys are bidding for them, and it's good. But believe me, if you could smell these pies and see what they look like, what you guys are bidding is just really not enough, because, man, they are incredible. So what I'm looking at right now is we've got 21 pies here. 21 pies that people have made with their own hands, right? And they are incredible. And these pies have been made not just with, you know, all the ingredients stuff. They've been made with love, right? And love for baking, but especially like love for the kids, love for the school. And, you know, I'm telling you, if you could see what they have here, you would be bidding right now. So the one thing I wanted to kind of look at, I've been looking at some of these right here. This chocolate stout pie with homemade whipped cream. This is the one right here, chocolate stout pie. It has homemade whipped cream, which is, quite honestly, I think better than anything that you can possibly get. Lots of chocolate. The chocolate is grated there on top, and it is something that you will taste chocolate in every single bite of this thing right here. But this chocolate stout pie, how much is that chocolate stout pie going for right now? Can you take a look at that? I saw it, and it was not high enough. I can tell you right now that the price that they had for that was definitely not high enough. I'm kind of looking at this as I'm going. There's a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. The chocolate stout pie, 125 bucks. 125 bucks for this, believe me, 125, it's not enough. Because if you are anywhere near chocolate, if you love chocolate, and I know some of you guys do, more than some of us, $125 is definitely not enough for that pie. So I want you to get online, and I want you to go ahead and start bidding on that. $125. I think we need to be able to get to at least $175 on that pie, because it is an incredible looking pie. All right. Also, now what is it? Where was I looking at here? The peanut butter pie. Peanut butter pie, number 20 here. All right. So I know that the kids can't have peanut butter here at school, and I think that's actually pretty great, right? But I tell you what, you can get your peanut butter fix right here with this pie. Number 20, the peanut butter chocolate pie. If you look at this, there's peanut butter that has been whipped into this pie. And if you love peanut butter, like I love peanut butter, this is going to be the pie for you. And this is a steal. Right now, it's at 90 bucks. $90 for peanut butter pie. Now your kids, they want to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches here at school, but they can't. And this will give them their peanut butter fix for at least a week and a half, and you won't have to hear them talking about the peanut butter that they've been missing out on. All right, all right. We gotta get that one up. All right, now, oh, what am I seeing here? Oh, Bourbon Butterscotch. I saw that one over here. We're gonna have to screw. Bourbon Butterscotch. Bourbon Butterscotch. Nope. Where did that go? Did we eat that one?
I think so.
That must have been the one that we ate.
Bourbon Butterscotch here.
Oh, Bourbon Butterscotch. Bourbon Butterscotch with molasses whipped cream. Bourbon Butterscotch with molasses whipped cream. Would you just look at this? Would you just look at this? First of all, some of you guys out there, bourbon butterscotch. I don't know that I really need to say anything else about that. Bourbon butterscotch whipped cream pie with molasses. This is one of those pies that it'll make you feel good because it tastes wonderful. All right, I just saw a peach pie. Where did I see that peach pie? Right here. Yes. Fresh peach pie. Now, this is one of those summertime favorites, right? Summertime is the time when you have all those great flavors, right? Peach pie in the middle of the summer, it's incredible. You know that fall's coming. You know that the temperatures are going to start cooling off a lot, and you're going to want that taste of summer that you have been missing. You take this fresh peach pie, warm this up, and put a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top of this, and you will fall in love with summer again. You can have summer in winter. And most of these pies, just as a side note, most of these pies you can freeze them if you need to, and you can save them back for later. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get another napkin here. I've already got pie juice all over me. This is great stuff. All right, now, but for the rest of you guys, number 13 here is our pumpkin cheesecake. So while summer is waning and we're getting ready for fall, what else can you say but pumpkin pie, right? Pumpkin pie is incredible. As a matter of fact, today I had my very first pumpkin spiced latte. Yes, that's right. Pumpkin spiced latte is here, and it's here to stay. But I tell you what, if you want to get that first taste of fall, you come over here, you get that pumpkin cheesecake, which I saw just a few moments ago was at $55. Are you kidding me? That's almost what you would pay for a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, right? You can get a cheesecake, a pumpkin cheesecake for the price of one of those things, right? This is incredible. So $55, I need to see that up. And I think it needs to be at least close to $100 before we get this thing over, because this is an incredible pie. And if you believe me, I know all of you ladies are out there talking about your pumpkin spice lattes. You're gonna want this. It is incredible. So don't sit there and wait on it. Just go ahead and start bidding right now, because you're gonna want this pumpkin spice cheesecake. All right. Okay. Well, talking about spice, right? Okay. How many of you guys just love apple pie, right? Apple pie. You know, honestly, it's one of my favorites. If you look at my little headband that I got on here, apple pie is one of my favorite pies in the world. As a matter of fact, for my birthday, I don't want cake. I want apple pie. Apple pie is just the best. Well, we've got an apple pie for you. Apple pie is probably, what is this here?
It's named next to
Oh.
Leesburg and her grandma.
Number 2 here. This number 2, apple pie. Incredible. Homemade by one of our students here at Hope Lutheran. I got that one wrong. And this is, again, not just made from the love of the school, right? And you're helping to support the students who love to be able to bake and to help out the school. So this pie right here is right here, and it can be yours for at least $150 because that's apple pie, right? It's the best. One thing though that I've been really interested, when I first walked in here, I saw this box, and it intrigued me because I love me some apple pie. Just like that one we got at number 2, that number apple pie, which is only 90 bucks. Oh my gosh, that is a steal. Have you ever tried apple pie with jalapeno? Now that right there, that is something that's going to be special. We have got an apple jalapeno pie. I'm not going to open this up here because it's spicy and I don't want to burn my eyes whenever I open this thing up. But apple jalapeno pie, this is something that I think if you take a look at this and you would see that there's a heart in the middle of this, and those apple pies with that spicy jalapeno in there gives it just a little bit of kick, and it's going to be incredible. Apple jalapeno pie. What is that apple jalapeno pie going for? Have we got that one right there yet?
What number is it?
That is number 16. Number 16.
65, I think. 65.
$65. So you're paying $90 for apple pie. You get apple with jalapeno. You're going to have to pay a little bit more for that one because that is a great deal. All right. Now, let me see here. I think I'm missing it. Now, what is Milk's favorite cookie? Anybody know? I'm sure you all know this, right? It is the Oreo. The Oreo is Milk's favorite cookie. Well, take these cookies and put them in a pie. You've got whipped topping on here. You've got chocolate. Look at that chocolate drizzled all over the top of those amazing Oreo cookies. Now, I tell you what, I don't know exactly how this thing was made. I would imagine there's probably some whipped topping in here. It looks like there's an Oreo crust in here. And I don't know, but it looks like there might be a little bit of cream cheese. Don't hold me to that. I don't know for sure. Unless you want me to taste it. And I would be glad to taste it for you. But, you know, just a little bite, right? Oreo cookies. Take this. Take a glass of ice cold milk. Ice cold milk. You cut out a slice of this pie, and you can take that Oreo cookie. As a matter of fact, my mouth right now is already watering, thinking about that chocolate cookie with that nice cold milk as it just runs down. Oh, that's going to be a great pie. Oreo chocolate or Oreo cheesecake. It does say Oreo cheesecake. So there's got to be cream cheese in there. And that one was at $100. Believe me, you can get one of these pies at one of those, what is that place downtown where they've got those really fancy pies and stuff like that? This will beat all of them under the table. Oreo cheesecake pie. It's got that Oreo crust. You need to try that one. And I think $100, that's way too, that is way too low. We need to be getting that one. It costs about $150, $175, if not $200, especially for those of you who like Oreo cookies. All right, now this is one, this is an oldie but a goodie. I remember whenever I was a little kid, and I remember hearing people talking about these coconut cream pies. Now, coconut cream pie, that's really interesting. I never really tried one. But when I finally tried a coconut cream pie, that was awesome. They take this cream filling, they put toasted caramel on there. Toasted caramel, no, they don't. They put toasted coconut. Oh my goodness. Toasted coconut on this cream pie. If you want a taste of the tropics, you look down in the Bahamas where they have all those coconuts around there. Take those coconuts, they grate them, and they toast them, and they put them on top of this pie. If you like coconut cream pie, this is going to be one of your favorites, one of these coconut cream pies. But Believe me, $55? Are you kidding me? $55, that is not nearly enough. I think you need to in there start bidding on that coconut cream pie, because that is going to be something that you will love, and it will bring you back to your childhood like you would not believe at all. All right, so we talked about the Bourbon Butterscotch Pie. Bourbon Butterscotch Pie, that is really, really good pie. Number 19, this is our Derby Pie. Our Derby Pie, which has Bourbon Chocolate Pecan Pie. Bourbon Chocolate Pecan Pie. I think we're kind of getting a little bit of a theme here. Bourbon, and somewhere I saw a Kahlua Pie and a rum pie. I think people have been spending a lot of time in lockdown, and I think they need to get out. But believe me, these Bourbon Chocolate Pecan Pie, if you love that kind of that smoky taste of that bourbon, and then you get the pecans and chocolate, this is like a taste of the South, right? Bourbon comes, if you don't, maybe you don't know this, bourbon can only be called bourbon if it comes from Bourbon County, Kentucky, right? That's why it's from the South, right? Pecans, what is more Southern than pecans? You take bourbon, you take pecans, and you mix them all together and you make a Bourbon Chocolate Pecan Pie, and you have got a hit. How much is this Derby Pie, this number 19 here? What are we at on that one?
95.
We're at 95. Oh, really? 95? We are so close to $100. I would say the next person just needs to go ahead and bid another $25, $30 on top of that. Let's go ahead and get it up to $130, and then we'll go from there, right? Now, what we're going to do is, as I'm kind of going through and talking about these, as we get closer to the end, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come in here and we're going to start talking about each one of these pies one last time, give you one last chance to vote on these. All of these have to be bid on by 7 o'clock. By 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, when you're not, if you haven't bid your bid by then, you're going to miss out on all of these pies. All right? Now, oh yes, here we go. Our mixed berry pie.
It was made by our first grade teacher, Miss Selmer.
Mrs. Selmer. All right, Miss Selmer, our first grade teacher here at Hope Lutheran. She loves these kids, right? She's been working with these kids. She so enjoys working with them. Now, I tell you what, you know she loves them because she made a pie for this. I don't know how people do this. I've seen that Pampered Shelf puts out those little cheat things where you can roll out your crust and then you just stamp a lattice pie thing. That's cheating. You know she loves these kids because this is truly a lattice-topped pie. You can see each one of these strips of pie crust, and believe me, each one of those strips of pie crust is about 1/4 of an inch thick, and it is looking amazing. And then you have, from that lattice-top pie, you're looking down in there, and you see this deep, red, rich, sweet berry pie. The only thing I can think about is taking this pie, taking off a big slice of that, and then you put it on a plate, and you warm it up in your microwave, get it nice and hot, and then you take some vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Now, my personal favorite is homemade vanilla ice cream, real creamy, eggy, get that really nice, and you take that ice cream and you put it on top of that hot piece of mixed berry pie, and then you let it melt in there, and you have the ice cream just running over the edges. That pie right there is going to go incredible with that ice cream. And I tell you what, you do not want to miss out on this mixed berry pie. How much is that running for right now?
Only 85.
What was that?
85.
185?
85.
Only $85? Are you kidding me? Did you not just hear what I said about this pie? That should not be 85, that should be 185, because you get to take this, you get to warm it up, you get to put vanilla ice cream on this pie, and you get to eat it all yourself. And believe me, if you pay $185 for this pie, you don't even have to share it. You can eat it all yourself. Believe me, if I did, that's what I would be doing. I don't know that I would share it with anybody because it looks so stinking good. So we need to get that one up. I'm going to be watching that one especially. All right. Now, we're going to go international here, right? Now, I've never really understood the whole idea of the French silk pie. I'm assuming it's French. I don't know. But what I do know is that there is a lot of chocolate. There's chocolate shavings all over the top of this pie. And then you got this real creamy whipped topping smothered all over the top of this. And I can see around the edge of this pie a chocolate crust. Chocolate crust, and I think that looks like almost like a chocolate mousse in there. It's chocolate mousse?
My daughter's made it.
What's that?
My daughter's made it.
Okay, so Deborah's daughter has made a French silk. Did she actually make this pie?
They all helped me. I have 4 daughters. They all helped.
They all helped make this French silk pie, and it's got chocolate crust, chocolate mousse, shaved chocolate on the top, and whipped cream. Whipped cream?
Yep.
Whipped cream. It is so hard for me because I really just want to take a sample of these things. And I'm not a big chocolate fan, but believe me, this looks really, really good. You take this French silk pie. You know, we talked about the vanilla ice cream on this one. You take this French silk pie, and you get yourself a nice piping hot cup of coffee. This would be perfect for breakfast. Wake up in the morning, get yourself a nice slice of French silk pie, get yourself a cup of nice hot coffee, and you got yourself the perfect breakfast. Or even if a great dessert, if you have a nice evening, go out with the family, come back home, get some nice decaf coffee because we don't want to stay up too late, and then we have some French silk pie. This looks like an incredible pie. What do we have on this pie here? What are we looking at here?
I think it's 105.
105. You know what? 105. Wow, you guys are cheaper than I thought. 105? Are you kidding me? You can go so much better than that. I think we need to get at least to $150 for each of these pies because this is a great deal. You know, I know I've been talking a whole lot about the pies, but I want to tell you, I've sent all my kids here to Hope Lutheran, and I've loved every minute. I've gone to basketball games, I've gone to soccer games, I've gone to track meets, I've gone to volleyball games, I've gone to so many different things here. And I've so loved every minute. And I know my kids have benefited from a great education here. But I tell you what, this pie auction, this is going to be something that's going to help the school even do better than they already have. I tell you what, if you can just spend $150, $200 on a pie and you can help a kid, you can help the school to get better and to do even more things for all of these kids, you know, that's money well spent. And then on top of that, you get some of these incredible pies. I cannot believe all of these pies. All right, now, enough talking about that. So, talking about the Caribbean, taking about, you know, all the different countries and stuff that we're going to. One place that a lot of people don't really know about is Florida, right? Key West, Florida. Well, I'll tell you what, key lime pie. I tell you what, I love key lime pie. You got that tangy tartness from the key limes, and then you take and you mix that in with that nice creamy filling. You take this key lime pie right here. It's got a graham cracker crust. Look at that, graham cracker crust right there, filled with this tangy cream honey or key lime pie. And on top of all that, you get a whole can of Ready Whip for free. Buy this pie and you get a free can of Ready Whip real whipped cream. If you have not had a key lime pie, you are completely missing out. My son, for his birthday every year, he asks, "Dad, can you make me a pie?" What kind of pie you want? He wants a key lime pie. So I make a key lime pie for my boy every year. And I tell you what, if you guys don't start bidding, I may have to come away with this one, and then we'll have an extra one for Joel for next year. Although I guarantee you that thing is not going to last till next year. I don't even think it would last on the road home. All right, let's see here. Oh. We've got French silk pies. We've got Derby pies. We got peanut butter pies. We've got Dutch apple pies. We got pumpkin pies, Oreo cheesecake pies, apple jalapeno pies. What else we hear? Pumpkin spice latte, peach pies, rum walnut pies. But you know, there's some pies, this is just like home, right? What kind of pie am I missing? I'll tell you what, in July in Washington State is one of my favorite times of year. Because when you go to Washington State in July, you'll drive down the road and you will see stands all up and down the road. And what are those stands selling? Cherries. If you have not had a fresh cherry from a tree in Washington State, you are completely missing out. But you know what I realized? Even here in the Midwest. In the Midwest, they grow these tart cherries. And these tart cherries make the best pies. Right here, number 8. This is a fresh cherry pie. I'm just going to lift up the edge here. And you look at that crust. That crust right there. Crumbly, buttery crust. And underneath that crust, you have got the best tart cherries. Now, I tell you what. You take one of these tart cherry pies, and you can do, maybe we should be selling ice cream along with all this, because I tell you what, you take one of these fresh cherry pies, and you take some vanilla ice cream with that, and you take and warm up that pie and put that ice cream on it, and as it melts in there and that crust gets nice and gooey, you will not regret it. Believe me, that is going to be one of your favorite pies. And if you are a cherry pie fan, believe me, you want to get this cherry pie. Looking at this crust, this is a homemade crust. This isn't something that you're going to buy at the grocery store, right? This is a handmade, crumbly, yummy crust. And then you take those cherries in there, you cannot go wrong with that. Believe me. What do we got for that one? How much is that cherry pie going for? I may have to put in a bid for that one because that is really looking good. All right, well, we'll get to that one here in just a second. All right, I'm looking at the clock. Right now it says we got 32 minutes. 32 minutes. A half an hour, which is going to decide what your next dessert is going to be. You do not want to miss out. If you have not bid, you need to start bidding now. Don't be one of those people that waits till the last moment and swoops in, right? You want to go in here and you want to start bidding now, and you want to start bidding often, because again, not only do you get an amazing pie with all of your bids, you're also helping out an incredible school. All right, let's see here. Oh yes, pumpkin spice latte pie. All right, so like I just told you guys earlier, I had my first pumpkin spice latte today, and that was, what did I do with it? Where did it go? Oh, here it is right here. Pumpkin spice latte pie. Now, I tell you what, not only do you get an incredible pie, you also get a work of art. Because I'm telling you right now, most of your pumpkin pies, they just go and you have the pumpkin pie filling in there and the crust, and that's all great. But if you look at this, they took little bitty dots of crust, and they placed them all around the edges of this pie. So not only do you get the crust on bottom, but you kind of get that top crust also. You get a nice taste of that nice buttery crust right there on top of the pie. And take this, get that with your nice hot cup of coffee, and that is going to taste incredible. Better than any Starbucks that you'll ever get.
You know, I just put it away because I didn't want it to melt, but it comes with fresh, like homemade coffee liqueur whipped topping.
A coffee liqueur whipped topping. Whew. So you don't even really need the coffee right there. If you've got the coffee liqueur whipped ice cream whipped topping, you can put that right on top of there, because believe me, no pumpkin pie is worth its salt unless you put whipped topping on it. And if you get that pie with coffee liqueur whipped cream, that sounds so good. Believe me, you're going to want one of these. Alrighty here. What have we got? Oh. So, we've got bourbon. We've got a Kahlua Pie. Where was that Kahlua Pie here? Oh, the chocolate Kahlua Pie. This is a drunken pie, a drunken chocolate Kahlua pie. Now, again, Kahlua, you put a little bit of that in your coffee, that is really good. You put it in a pie, and it brings out the flavor of that chocolate like you would not believe. That is an incredible pie. And on top of that, not only do you get the Kahlua pie, it also comes with, yes, a free can of ready whipped real cream whipped cream. Okay? This is some good stuff when you put it on top of that chocolate Kahlua. Matter of fact, what you can do is you can eat the chocolate Kahlua pie for yourself, and then for your kids, just feed them whipped topping. They won't even know the difference, right? All right, so we've got that. Now, this is something that's been really interesting to me. I've always been a fan of nut pies. So pecan pies, love those, which kind of reminds me of that one over there, right? Yeah, that derby pie. Has anybody ever tried a rum walnut pie? Now, I'll tell you, this is really kind of an interesting thing because if you look at the table here, we've got a lot of these pie stands over here. They're made out of walnut. Well, guess what? We've got a rum walnut pie right here. A rum walnut pie right here. So if you like pecan pies, this rum walnut pie, it has the same consistency, it looks like here, as one of your pecan pies. This is going to be an incredible pie. But again, I don't think it's just for the adults, right? I think when you cook it, it takes out some of that alcohol. But I tell you what,
It's only at 70.
it's only at 70? 70, okay, I tell you what, $70 for this rum walnut pie, $70 doesn't buy you a good bottle of rum, right? So, not that it takes a whole bottle of rum to make one of these things, but you have to buy the whole bottle first, right? And then you got to put it in that pie. $70 for a rum walnut pie. Come on. I know you guys can do better than that, all right? Believe me, if I'm wearing this thing right here on top of my head, every single one of these pies better be going for over $100, okay? Because that's just kind of what we need to do here, all right? Okay, what have I missed? Have I missed anything here? We've got our chocolate stout pie. Chocolate stout pie with homemade ice cream. We did talk about that one because it's got grated chocolate on top. We've got our mixed berry pie here, which we talked about that. You can't miss that one out. Is there anything else that we're missing out on? I think we have talked about all of these. All right, you have 26 minutes. All right, 26 minutes. We need to get some bidding going here. As I'm looking at this pumpkin cheesecake, it's jumped up to $80 now. $80 for a pumpkin cheesecake. Have you ever gone to the Cheesecake Factory? You pay $150 for one of those pieces of pie. Whatever, but it's not even nearly as good. This pumpkin cheesecake pie, number 13, I believe that is, number 13. Somebody, really? An extra $20, that jumps that up to $100 right off the top. You need to get on that right now. All right, so our peanut butter pie is $130. Our huge 10-inch chocolate Reese's peanut butter ice cream pie?
That's the one that's in the
Oh, I totally forgot. These are not all the pies. We actually have even some frozen pies. We have some ice cream pies. Now, we decided, I would say the ladies here were a lot smarter than me. They put the ice cream pies in the freezer. I would have just left them out here, and then they would be kind of soppy by the morning. But you know what? They were smart, and they put them in the freezer. So we have ice cream pies as well. And believe me, I looked at some of these, and they had, again, this grated chocolate on top with this chocolate ice cream in there. It was, oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. This right here, what was that? This is again?
This is the number one, the huge.
The huge 10-inch chocolate Reese's peanut butter ice cream pie. Chocolate Reese's peanut butter ice cream pie. There is chocolate dribbles all over here. There's peanuts crumbled on top. There's chocolate in here. Man, it is so hard not just sticking my finger in there. just a little extra sweetness in there for that pie. That's an incredible pie. And that one was at 100 and something. I think that one is definitely going to be worth it because, believe me, that ice cream pie, it has to sit in the freezer all night long, which takes a lot of energy to keep that thing frozen. So you need to bump up the price on that one because you don't want to have melted pie, right? All right, let's see here. 24 minutes. We've only got 24 minutes. Okay, I'm looking at this apple jalapeno pie. $80. Would you just look at this box? Even the box itself is worth $80. Look at that. You've got sparkly bow on there. You've got sparkly apples all over. The box itself is a work of art, and it's only $80. Take somebody, you need to get out there, take a $20 bill, add it to what you're already bidding, and you got yourself a $100 pie right there. Apple jalapeno pie. If you've never had one of these things, you know what? For $100, you can try one. You need to give this a shot. I think that's something that you need to get on there. Really? Are you guys not listening to me? Pumpkin cheesecake and apple jalapeno pie. $80. That's ridiculous. I know you guys can do better. I know you will. By the end of this night, those pies are going to be over $100. And then our coconut cream pie. Lonely coconut cream pie sitting there. He's even less than those. How many of you guys loved your childhood? How many of you loved it whenever your grandma made this coconut cream pie or your mom made a coconut cream pie, giving you that taste of the Caribbean, the Bahamas with that toasted coconut on top? That is incredible. All right, where are we at? $110 for that apple pie. $110. This is a pie auction, right? How many times do you go to a pie auction every year? Huh? Never been to a pie auction until I've come here. Well, actually, I've been to one down in Arkansas. And you know what the best pie was? An apple pie. An apple pie. What is a pie auction without an apple pie, right? I want you to go on there, and I want you to bid on that apple pie. Oh, wow, Lino? Man, that mixed berry pie? That's at $135. I think somebody really wants that mixed berry pie. How many? I wonder how many. Can we tell how many bidders are on that? If you only bid $135 on that mixed berry pie, you need to get bidding on it because that thing is going to be going hot. Oh, the huge chocolate Reese's pie, $165. How many $200? Do we have any $200 pies up here yet? We got $115 for. Oh, look at that, $115 for that apple pie. Good job. All right, the chocolate Kahlua, $100. Oh wait, a Ferrero Rocher style. Ferrero Rocher. You get this pie, an incredible pie, and then you get a box of not one, not two, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. You get 12. Let me help if I turn it over, right? 12 of these Ferrero Rocher chocolates. That right there in itself is a $20 thing. So you take those and you put them on top of this, put this all together, you got yourself an incredible pie. And $80, was it $80? That's just wrong. Oh my goodness, you got to get this one. You get a whole box, 5.3 ounces of these fine hazelnut chocolates that go right here with this pie, this Ferrero Rocher style pie. All right, 20 minutes, people. We got 20 minutes. Oh, so close on that pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkin cheesecake is at $95. $95 for a pumpkin cheesecake? That is an incredible price for this pie. But I tell you what, if you want that, you need to get back in there and you need to start bidding again. Oh, our apple jalapeno pie, we're at $90. $90 for that. Ooh, how about that? $150 for this Oreo cheesecake pie. Oreo cheesecake pie is $150. I would love to see that go for at least $175. $175.
First 200 were $185. $15 away from 200.
Our key lime pie? Key lime, you guys love summer, don't you? Yep. And you remember summer, right? You know, when you had to spend all that time with your kids and how wonderful that was? Yeah, I remember that too. I tell you what, you want that you want that taste again? Get that key lime pie. $175 a week or $185.
Was the first one to get to 200?
Who wants to be the first one to get $200? I would love to see the first one to get $200. I wonder if it's going to be that key lime pie, or it might be that huge ice cream pie, because you know what? This weekend is supposed to get back up in the 80s. It's going to get warm again, and you're going to want something nice and cool, right? So you're going to want one of those ice cream pies, and it is going to be so nice on that nice warm evening. Maybe tomorrow evening when you're sitting out there with your family and you want something cool, take a chocolate Reese's peanut butter ice cream pie. Right now it's at $170, $30 more. $30, why don't you outbid somebody, right? Take that $30 that you were going to spend on something silly and put it on that pie. I want to see that first $200 pie. Peach pie's at $155. Apple pie's at $130. It's moving its way up. There we go.
Ice cream pie's $200.
What was that?
Ice cream
cream's
pie's
$200.
The ice cream pie made it to $200. There is somebody who loves their ice cream and who loves their pie. That is awesome. I wonder how many $200 pies we can get. Because I know we've already got one. That key lime pie is only $15. You know what? If you like key lime pie, what's an extra $15, right? An extra $15, you get yourself an incredible pie, that tangy, tart key lime. If you've not had one, $200 is definitely worth it just to even try one. It is an incredible taste of summer, and you will love it. All right. Oh, peanut butter. The peanut butter. Where's that peanut butter? This peanut butter pie right here. Peanut butter pie. Remember when I talked about your kids wanting some peanuts? Here we are right here. Peanut butter pie. It's been whipped into that filling. You will love it. You need to get on that pie right now. All right, where are we at here? We're getting close. The fresh cherry pie is $155. The pumpkin cheesecake, yes, $105. You guys are doing incredible. Key lime pie is still lagging. You need to get $200 on that key lime pie. That is something that is incredible. And, oh, come on. All right, here we go. Coconut cream pie. Look at this coconut. You can see the toasted coconut right on top of this pie. You can see that whipped topping over there. You can see that creamy filling in there and this graham cracker crust. This is a really, and this is not one of those little pies. I'm holding this thing. It is a solid pie. And look at that. Even the top of this whole container is full. Look at that. You're not getting a little pie here. You are getting a full coconut cream pie. And believe me, you're paying, what are we at on this one? This is definitely going to have to be a $100 pie. You need to get up. We've only got 16 minutes. 16 minutes to get on this pie right here, because you are going to miss out on your childhood. All right. Oh, the apple jalapeno. Apple jalapeno is at $95. You know, for $5 more, you get to try this incredible apple jalapeno pie, and you get to keep this gift box for free too, right? You don't want to miss out on this. All right, our French silk pies. I feel like I've just been kind of ignoring these pies down here, but believe me, there are incredible pies. Look at this. I want you guys to see this. The pictures they're just wonderful. But look at that, chocolate pie, old-fashioned chocolate pie. You have got milk chocolate, which has been shredded over here, and it's all put on there. And then you've got white chocolate as well. White chocolate and milk chocolate, which has been shaved and sprinkled on top of this, along with this creamy, chocolatey, yummy goodness right there. Look at that pie. How can you just ignore that? That is easily a $150 pie, and you're going to get away for $100, $130, whatever it is right now. You need to get on this. You need to start bidding. Believe me, you're gonna miss out on some of these pies, and you are going to be sad, because this pie auction. What's that?
Key lime made it to 200.
Key lime made it 200. You know what? That is an incredible key lime pie. I tell you what. Whoever did that, awesome. Whoever got outbid, you need to beat them. All right, here we are, the chocolate Kahlua Pie. All right, some of you ladies out there, right? I know you've been spending a lot of time with the kids, right? You need to take and relax. You need to enjoy yourself. You need to get this drunken pie, this chocolate Kahlua Pie. That is going to take the edge off the day that you spent with your kids. Not that your kids are terrible, right? Love your kids, incredible kids. Sometimes you just need a break, right? And this chocolate Kahlua Pie, that just helps take the edge off of a rough day that you've been going through. All right, what are we missing here? How much time we got? 13 minutes.
Bourbon Butterscotch.
Bourbon Butterscotch. Oh, where's that Bourbon Butterscotch? There we go. Oh, you know what? That's right. Again,
It's at 80.
this is an $80 pie. I tell you, look at the size of this pie. This thing is bigger than my head, right? This is huge, and it is heavy, right? And this isn't even all of it. You also get a molasses whipped cream, which comes with it. Molasses whipped cream on top of this bourbon butterscotch pie. Oh my goodness. I can just imagine what this would taste like with a cup of hot coffee. Get a cup of hot coffee, put a little bit of cream in it, a little Kahlua or whatever you want to put in it, and then you take some of that molasses whipped cream and you put it on there. You stick your fork in there, and believe me, this is a heavy pie. You just take that one bite. Can you just imagine that butterscotch flavor, and you take that cup of hot coffee, take a nice sip of that, and it just runs down your, oh man, I can't even imagine how that is going to taste. And you know what? Somebody's only bid $80 on that thing. Are you kidding me? That is not even right. That is not even right, because that thing weighs more than half of these pies right here by itself. All right, we got one $200. How many $200 pies we got? We got one? Where are we at here? All right, really, the coconut cream pie is still stuck at 85. Did we not talk about this already? You need to come in there. You need to start bidding. If you're holding out, believe me, there's a little bit of lag time on this. You don't want to come in at the last moment and thinking you're going to get it and then missing it. All right? You need to go ahead and start bidding now. All right. Let's see here. Are we?
And we're 280 away from hitting the 3,000 mark.
All right. So, $280. We make $280 more dollars. That will be $3,000. I tell you what, $280. That is almost $10 a pie. If we did $15 a pie, whoever is bid, and you know what? Even if you bid against yourself, it's not a problem, right? It would be incredible if we could go ahead and make $3,000 on this auction on these incredible pies. If you've already made a bid, you know what? Who cares? We all know that you guys love this school because you're already bidding on these pies. But I tell you what, take $10 or $15 extra, bump up that pie, $10 or $15, and let's make $3,000 for the school. As a matter of fact, let's make even $330, $340, $3,400. Let's just go crazy, right? Because what are you doing? What are you going to be doing with that money anyway? Huh? You can take that money, you can get yourself an incredible pie, and you can help these kids have an incredible education and an incredible time here at this school, helping out with their sports, helping out with the arts, helping out with everything that they do here to help make these kids the best kids that they can. Now I'm going to tell you what, we've got 10 minutes left, and I just wanted to share a little story. I have talked to so many people who have sent their kids here, and I want you guys to know there are a number of kids who have gone to school here at Hope Lutheran Church, or Hope Lutheran Church and school, and those kids have gone on to church work. Do you know how many of your students that have been here at Hope Lutheran have gone on to full-time church work? I know right now of a couple who have already been here and who are at the seminary. I know some kids who are going to be going into full-time church work as teachers. I know, like my daughter. My daughter, she wants to be a grade school teacher in a Lutheran church, in a Lutheran school. I know that she has done that because she loved her education here at Hope. And I tell you right now, you are going to be doing so much for all of these kids. Yes, you get an incredible pie, and that's why we're here, right? But that's not the only reason. The main reason that we're here tonight, the main reason that you're spending an hour listening to some blabbering idiot up here talking with a pie on his head is so you can help the kids. And I tell you what, you can help these kids more by just taking an extra $10, $15, putting it on that pie that you've already bid on. Or if you see a pie that you think you might want, go ahead and outbid somebody else. And let's get $3,000 for these kids.
Needed left.
We're only at $130 left, and we got $3,000. And you've only got 8 minutes to do it. All right, 8 minutes. Go ahead, get out your little iPhone there, or your computer, or whatever it is that you're doing. All right, and then you take whatever you've bid on, and then you bump it up $10. Well, you know what? Let's bump it up $25, right? Because if you're spending that much on a pie, you know you've got the money for it, all right? And what's it for? It's for a great cause. I love this school. I love the kids that come here. I come here and I do chapel, and I tell you what, it has been an incredible time. And I so enjoy every moment that I spend here at this school. I started doing the spring play with the kids, and the more I get to know these kids, the more I love what they have become, how they've grown up, and what they were planning on doing in their lives. And I hope that when you bid, that you're bidding not just on a pie, but you're bidding for these kids. You're bidding for them as they go out into this world and share the love of Christ. One of the things I always think of as these kids go out of here, especially those kids who are going in, they go to the public schools, they go into the Lutheran schools, they go into the universities. I always think that these kids are taking a little bit of hope with them. I want you guys to be able to share in that. They're taking some hope with them, but you know what? Help them do that. Help them to get the best education they can. Help them to get the best experience they can here at this school so they can go out, take a little hope with them into this world. All right, you got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I want to go through one last time. We got this French silk pie. French silk pie. What are we looking at here on this French silk pie? $135. You know what? That's a $150 pie right there. $150 pie. $15 extra on this French silk pie, and you've got an incredible pie right there. All right. Peanut butter pie. Peanut butter pie. You can see the chocolate drizzle on top of that. This right here is going for, what was it,
165.
This is going for $165. You know what? I can easily see this thing going for $200. I love peanut butter. And if you love peanut butter, this thing is full of peanut butter. You need to get on this right now with that chocolate. It's almost like a Reese's peanut butter cup in a pie. This is the biggest Reese's peanut butter cup you'll ever have. You cannot miss out on that one. All right, and Mrs. Selmer, first grade teacher who loves her kids and who makes an incredible pie. Handmade lattice top pie, mixed berry pie. You need to get on this one. This is $140. I tell you what, extra $35 makes it $175, and we are talking some serious eating right there. Chocolate stout pie, homemade whipped cream, chocolate shaved and drizzled all over the top of this pie. This is an incredible pie, which you will not regret. Let's see, I want to see how much this one's coming up as. What are we at? This is number 17. What are we at? And it is
125.
125. Are you kidding? 125? Man, that's like getting a diamond for like $2. This is an incredible pie. You do not want to miss this one. How's our coconut cream pie doing? How's our coconut cream pie? Taste of Grandma's. Finally got our $100 on this pie. You will not regret that $100 you just spent on this pie, because this is going to be incredible. All right, the Derby Pie, Bourbon Chocolate Pecan. What else do I need to say? This is an incredible pie. You will love it. All right, Apple Jalapeno Pie. You get this incredible box, and you get an amazing pie. Look at this, pop this open right here. Look at that. Get that pie right there, jalapeno apple pie. Now, it's not going to be too spicy, all right? It's going to give it just enough spice so you know it's there, and it is going to be so yummy. All right. Milk's favorite cookie, Oreo Cheesecake Pie. Oreo cookies, chocolate crust, and I'm sure there's going to be some cream cheese in there with chocolate drizzled all over it and whipped topping. Oreo cream cheese pie, or cheesecake pie. Don't forget the pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkin cheesecake, we're doing pretty good on this one. You know that peanut butter pie? That peanut butter pie is $170. You know what? That's only $30 more. We'll get ourselves a $200 pie. $3,010. You know, you guys are incredible. $3,010. You know what? Moment of silence. That's incredible. But you know what? 310. We're not done. You've only got 3 minutes. You better start bidding now. If you have been waiting, you better jump on now because it's only going to get more expensive. This pumpkin cheesecake, $105. That's easily a $125 pie. $125 pie for $105. You are getting a steal. You know, out of all these pies, there's one that I missed. The Dutch apple pie. You know, this is Americana right here. The Dutch apple pie. If you have not had this Dutch apple pie, it's got this crumbly top on the top, and it's got this incredibly handmade crust. Handmade crust, Dutch apple pie. Where are we at on this Dutch apple pie?
The principal wants to win it.
The principal wants.
So bid her up.
Oh, Mrs. Jankowski wants to bid on this pie. Oh, well, maybe somebody needs to bid this pie up. $155. You know, if she wants it, she's going to have to pay for it. I'm just telling you. Somebody needs to, you got a minute and 54 seconds to upbid Mrs. Jankowski. Although, I'm sure that she might help me have a piece of this pie. I don't know. So maybe we don't want to bid too much on it. All right. If you want to, $155, it's easy. You can get up more than that. Okay? Go ahead. Upbid her.
She's on her phone.
She is on her phone right now. She's going to upbid all of you guys. So you know what that means, right? You can upbid her. You can upbid her. She'll upbid you. You can get her stuck at the end, right? Let's see who gets stuck. Either you or Mrs. Jankowski. What is it at? Oh my goodness! I want to see that one.
That's at 160 right now.
She is still on her phone. What are you putting in there? You're going to have to really start bidding on that one. All right. Old-fashioned chocolate pie. 160? Come on. Somebody needs to upbid her on that one. The old-fashioned chocolate pie. Look at that. Chocolate pie, chocolate shaved and sprinkled all over the top of this. You got these dainty little chocolate swirls on there. That looks awesome. Trying to get through all these before we only got 40 seconds. Fresh cherry pie. Pumpkin spice latte pie with coffee liqueur, whipped cream. Chocolate pie. Rum walnut pie. How are we at? Where are we at? Are we all done?
Yeah, we're close.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for what you've done. This has been an incredible night. We're trying to figure out exactly how much we've got for the entire night. We're over at 3,000?
I think it was about 3,050 or 60.
We're about a little over $3,050. You guys have been incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me this entire hour.
Tomorrow.
And
Tell one to get their pie.
if you want, you can donate your pie to me and I'll take it home and I'll eat it tonight. Or if you want your pie, you can come by tomorrow here at Hope between the hours of 10 o'clock, between 10 to 12 o'clock, and Deborah's going to be here to give you your pie. You come up to the circle drive here, honk the horn 3 times, okay? Honk the horn 3 times. If nobody comes it out, then you honk the horn 3 more times. And if nobody still comes out, honk 3 more times. And then go up to the door, and there's a phone number, and you can call to make sure they get you in. But we'll be looking for you here. For 10 to 12 o'clock, you can get your pies.
We just want to say thank
I'm
you.
done.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
You guys did awesome. Thank you.